the mythology here is that Donald Trump is running for president, and we should all be real worried because he's got a chance. He could become president. I'm telling you, every sane Republican out there, including Bret Baier, knows that there's no chance Donald Trump is ever going to get elected president again, or almost no chance. I suppose, if Joe Biden fell over dead tomorrow and then Kamala Harris did the same thing and some idiot got put in, what would that be? Kevin McCarthy would become president. God, think about that for a moment. He's number 3 in line, or number 2 in line behind. And if Kevin McCarthy became president, then, maybe it would set up. I don't know. But the bottom line here is that Trump isn't really running for president. He announced that he was running for president early for 2 reasons. Number one, because he thought that the Department of Justice would not prosecute him if he was running for president. He saw this as a preemptive move against going to jail. And number 2, it's a great way to make money. Running for president is the best, most profitable scam Trump has ever done. And being president, gave him entree to in Oman now. He's got a hotel he's building that's making him a fortune. His family's gotten over $2 billion from the Saudis. We don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars they've given him for the Gulf tour and all this stuff. Paying him off for the documents that he stole that he passed along to them and the top secret intelligence that Jared Kushner gave MBS from Donald Trump's daily brief, according to the Jerusalem Post. So, I don't think that Trump is seriously running for president. I think he's pretending to. He knows he can't win. The Republican Party knows he can't win. And even if he's the nominee, he's not going to win. So what is this all about? Why is he going on Fox News and actually confessing that he did exactly what he has been charged with, which is taking classified documents or taking sensitive national security documents and keeping them after he'd been subpoenaed? And what's his rebuttal to Bret Baier? He said it over and over again. I won the 2020 election. I'm still president. So follow this logic chain here, because I'm telling you, this is going to be his defense when he gets into court. Number 1, I'm still president. The election was stolen from me. So those documents, I'm entitled to those documents because I'm still president. Number 2, get a juror who believes that Donald Trump is president. Keep in mind, 60 to 80%, depending on the survey, the poll that you're looking, between 2/3 and 3/4 of all Republicans believe that Donald Trump won the election. It was stolen from him. So you get a juror who believes Trump is still president. And number 3, all it takes, and Trump knows this, all it takes is one juror to hang a jury. And that's it. It's over. He's free. So when he talks to Bret Baier about, I could do that. I won the election. He's not saying this to Bret Baier. He's not saying this to Fox News. He's not saying this to all the pundits who are going, oh my God, Donald Trump just handed the conviction. No, he's saying this to the jury pool in Fort Pierce, Florida. That's his goal here. And of course, he's also saying it to his donor base, the QAnon nuts who believe that he is still president, who want to continue giving him money so that, he will fulfill his promise and, rise up and take over America again, maybe when the Civil War starts, when the Proud Boys start killing people or something. You've got to understand the world that this guy lives in. He has the people around him convinced that this is true, or at least he thinks he has them convinced of this. And like I said, all he needs is one juror. Legal experts are like, oh my God, it's a huge blunder. No, it's not. He's doing this for a reason. His lawyers are not telling him not to do this. Or if they are, he's ignoring them because he's following his political instincts. And he doesn't care about the legal system. He's never been held to account in the legal system. He's always been able to get out of it, just like every major mob boss, or most of them. And keep in mind, his mentor was Roy Cohn, who was the top lawyer for the Gambino crime family in New York. Trump thinks like a mob boss. How do I manipulate the jury? Well, here it is. This is what he's doing. By the way, Aileen Cannon, has set the tentative date for the trial for August 14th, and it's going to be held in her courtroom in Fort Pierce, Florida, not in Miami. Fort Pierce, by the way, is a town that is pretty much 50-50, Democratic, Republican. I looked up the vote in the last couple of elections. And, you know, it's not one of these, you know, fully cracker counties that are, you know, 80% Trump. This is 50-50 county. But all it takes, and she said the pretrial motions all have to be filed by July 24th. But again, all it's going to take is one juror to say, no, I will not vote for conviction, to hang that jury. And that is what Trump is counting on. Meanwhile, Kevin McCarthy, I believe I mentioned this, but just this is his quote. He just told Monteraju that Donald Trump is going to prison. He said, do you think, he's speaking to the Hunter Biden conviction or plea deal. Hunter Biden has said, okay, I'll plead guilty to tax evasion and to illegally possessing a gun. And in exchange for that, I don't go to prison, I don't go to jail, I get home detention, and I have to, for 24 months, be drug tested every month. And, you know, Trump is going, oh, that's like a traffic ticket, which is what he's hoping he'll get. But this is what Kevin McCarthy said to Monteraju. He said, do you think it's equal and fair that a political opponent is going to be given jail time, but a presidential son, and if you compare this to other individuals in America that have the same accusations, again, the same crime, they get 10 years for another period? Do you think it's equal and fair that a political opponent is going to be given jail time? So Kevin McCarthy is fully expecting Trump is going to go to jail. Interesting stuff. We live in very interesting times. I'm telling you, this is what I think is going on. I really do. Is that, you know, Donald Trump is, boy, I just noticed that the phones have been locked out. I just unlocked them. If you're trying to call in, my apologies. That Donald Trump is, you know, he's not really running for president. He's running for not going to jail.